Good evening and welcome. I am Tanya Human, a BSN student with Bellevue University. Parents, guardians, students, faculty, and board members. The agenda tonight is to address random drug testing in the middle school, junior high, and high schools in Columbus, Nebraska. As the Board of Education is responsible for maintaining the discipline, health, and safety of our children, what do you see as your role in providing support for these actions? According to the Institute for Educational Sciences, the goal of the mandatory drug testing program was to reduce student substance use in three ways. One, by deterring it, two, by detecting it, and three, by having the spillover effect on other students in the school as they observe and are influenced by the behavior of their peers. In Columbus, random drug testing started in 2012 independently at the local Catholic school. Currently, the Catholic school and Columbus Public Schools takes part in the random drug testing managed by Columbus Community Hospital Occupational Health Department. Currently, Lakeview is not participating as they are exploring other avenues at this time. When it comes to random drug testing, any student involved in extracurricular activities or co-curricular activities, as well as parents who have opted their children into the random pool, will be selected for the random drug testing. Testing is completed on a monthly basis. The random pool of the aforementioned students is approximately 20% of the pool over the course of the year. Now keep in mind, parents and guardians, your consent is required in order to test. And if you choose not to sign a consent, your child will not be eligible to participate in school-sponsored activities. Guidelines for collection are in accordance with the Department of Transportation rules, regulations, by means of their policies, procedures, collection, testing, and processing. There are two possible outcomes. There's a negative and a non-negative. If a test comes back as a non-negative result, a designated lab outside of Columbus, approved by the DOT, is sent the specimen. If that specimen comes back as positive, the parent or guardian is contacted to rule out such things as prescription medication use, a recent medical procedure, or something that may cause a potential positive result. Keep in mind, future testing and disciplinary actions following a positive specimen are determined by the school. According to Alicia Merlin, some statistics that are interesting for you to know. Marijuana use before your senior year of school puts you at 8 times more likely to use it at the age of 35 and older. Those using illicit drugs other than marijuana by their senior year are 5 times more likely to use cocaine, 3 times more likely to misuse prescription drugs by the age of 35. And anybody who drank very heavily, and when they say heavily, they're talking about some binge drinking type events, are 3 times more likely to drink heavily at the age of 35 and compared to students who did not partake in these events before their senior year. Here are a few benefits of random drug testing in accordance to Dr. Wilda Hurd, the National Institute of Health, and Jordan Anderson. The proactive measures to ensure the health and safety of our students by random drug testing. These students are representing not only our school, our district, and our community. We want this to be done in a positive manner, and drug use can take away that positive. We want to ensure their character, they have an increased awareness, and that they know there are consequences to their actions, as well as drug use causes an increase in peer pressure. And a lot of times kids start using drugs because friends are using drugs. We want to take away that element. We want to decrease peer pressure. We want to decrease that lifelong use and addiction that these kids are putting themselves out there for. As well as when kids know there's random drug testing, it's going to be a deterrent for students to even start using drugs. This is a key part of their lives during middle school, junior high, and high school of personal development, and reflects on their future education and employment potentials. As well as with drug use, there is a decreased amount of blood flow to the brain, affecting the memory, the development, emotions, and behaviors that could last a lifetime. Drug use also is tied to an increased number of truancy, disciplinary problems, gang membership, and bullying, in accordance to the Pride newsletter. Also, keep in mind that with long-term drug use, repeated drug abuse can lead to serious problems such as poor academic outcomes, mood changes, and depending on the drug, it could be depression, anxiety, paranoia, psychosis, and lead to social or family problems that are not only caused but worsened by drugs. It's a stress none of us need. As we can conclude, I'd like you to think about this quote from the Student Drug Testing Coalition. Drug-impaired students undermine our country's ability to compete on the world stage. Unfortunately, compared to many other international competitors, the United States is operating at a handicap because too many of our youth, indeed our citizens, our future, are abusing drugs. America represents 4% of the world's population, but yet we consume 2/3 of the world's illegal drugs. As we can conclude, the benefits of random drug testing are designated and designed to benefit our students, our schools, our families, and our future. Together, we can make a difference in our community, our state, and our country. What are you waiting for?